get things started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Trojans offense takes the field for the first time today. And here's the man they'll try to feed the football to no matter what the coverage looks like, Jesse.
He's their best player on offense, and I like the way this coaching staff moves him around and tries to create good matchups to take advantage of, David.
And that makes it so hard to defend. When the receiver lines up in the same spot every time, I can bring extra coverage. Man, use this guy all over the field as a weapon of mass destruction.
So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. To the air, it's Moss. They're bringing heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And all defenses talk about it. Sacks, tackles for a loss, affecting the quarterback the best way you can. The first drive of the game, already getting home. Nice start for this defense.
And the Trojans will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the returner will be knocked down. The LSU Tigers offense will try to get something started with their first possession. As dynamic as this guy is on the outside, Jesse, you know he's going to be peeking that way from the free safety position.
Yeah, he's been watching the film. This dude in the middle, man, he can light people up.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
After the big first down sack for the D, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Working that left side. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. LSU quick to the line. And yet another Bayou Bengal baller on the outside who can just go get it.
And if I'm a quarterback, man, I love throwing to these guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to fit it in the box. I know my receiver out wide will make plays. LSU has had guy after guy after guy that you can name that can do that, and they might just have another one.
This time he's got his man. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Scanning the field, it's Nussmeier. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass. But you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Pirouettes away from the defense. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force him into a field goal try. Throws for the tight end. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
And this offense gets on the board, and the first passing touchdown of the season, and I feel pretty confident saying the first of many. This offense looks like they're in a good rhythm, and this passing attack's going to be hard to stop.
The AT unit on the field. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Man, that's a great example of KYP. Know your personnel. A QB that doesn't run great, trying to get outside the pocket. Nice job by the defense, applying pressure and running him down and getting the huge loss.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. They want to run it left here. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Trojans will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll call for the fair catch here. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Wants to throw. It's Nussmeier. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Quarterback on the keeper. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Trying to burn this defensive back. He's got it on the left. Oh, look out. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, USC.
And, man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Splits those uprights right in half. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Temple sparkled today in a dominant road win. In fact, by the 4th quarter, it almost felt like this game was being played in Philly. That's how much they took that crowd out of it. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome. And certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. And a sack all the way back at the 5.
You know, David, I love defenses that stay aggressive, especially at this point of the field. They've got pass rushers on this unit with speed and that are aggressive and that can win one-on-one, and you saw it right there.
And there's two thought processes when I'm a defense and I got them backed up is I am stopping the run, not allowing them to have any space, but also understanding this is also a shot part of the field. Like, it's going to be a run, or a lot of times that ball is going to be a deep ball thrown down the sideline because you'll get man-to-man. Nice job by the defense applying pressure, getting the sack, now putting them in a bad situation backed up close to their own end zone.
The give is to Williams. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Here's a return from midfield. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Give to the back. Crosses the 30, he's got away. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. And the Trojans want to move quickly. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
Defense has to be better on the back end. They knew this offense was going to come out, and they were going to challenge them. They were going to try to push the ball vertically down the field. They've now given up 2 touchdown passes in this game. They've got to shore up their play in the back half.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Well, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. The throw to the outside is complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Looking at a 2nd and short now. Quick strike complete. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Unloads quickly.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage in predictable situations.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the 2nd. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Gets it out quickly. People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter. But you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best 2 conferences, the biggest conferences, Palmer. Everybody talks about these being the power brokers and deciding the future of college football. So, yes, it matters.
A lot of blue bloods in both conferences, David. You're right. I think it's something players are also very aware of, too, is having that conference pride, wanting to win this game, representing the rest of the teams in their conference.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Going for 6. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Yeah, I love the little play-action fake. You get inside the 5, you're thinking run, run as a defense, come up, be physical, and they slip those guys right behind you, throw it over the top of you. Man, those are tough to defend. Nice little play action by this offense.
Getting set for the point after. And it's perfect. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Doesn't SC always seem to have a quarterback right out of central casting and one that'll pick up a first down for you with his arm?
Yeah, and it doesn't matter the year. It just doesn't matter the number. It continues to churn out. They find those guys. Just such an easy place to recruit. When you got that kind of pedigree, you always find superstars at the quarterback spot.
And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. He's got the tight end. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw it again. Lets it go. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? 2nd and 10 here. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Back to pass, it's Moss. They're trying to get to it. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
The Trojans will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm.
That might be a little too close for comfort for me. If I'm a play caller, I want to create some space. I want to take a shot and maybe throw the football down the field. But I want my quarterback to know, like, listen, hey, we're really close. We're a bad spot away from 2 points for the other team.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the returner will be brought down. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again. Create some momentum. Just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Got his man down the middle. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll give it to the back. Relying on that running game inside the red zone. He picked up 3 to the 11. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Back to throw, it's Moss. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And with that, they've taken the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it's a final now in one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable top 25 clash. Clemson made it look easy, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit win on the road. And a win like this only confirms there is something special brewing with these Tigers. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other figures to get a bounce when the new rankings come out, guys.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Coming after it. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Give to the single back. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1. Trying to pick up a 1st down. They'll try to power their way ahead. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42. 1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He'll pull it on the read. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Grabbed in the middle, it's Taylor. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They'll throw it on 1st down. He's got it. Afterburner's coming. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, LSU! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They'll start this drive with a pass. Catch in the middle, it's Hudson. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Safe completion on the screen. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Snagged in the middle, it's Ford. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. He's looking to throw. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the 1st down. Looking for a man, it's Moss. Working that left side now. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Got it in the middle, it's Hudson. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Trojans!
It was a really nice job on the route concept because they got the safety occupied, which opened up the deep middle of the field for the receiver on the post. He uses his speed. Nice job by the quarterback, putting it out in front of him. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass. Let's see what he can do with the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Out of the shotgun on third down. Gets it out fast. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters of football there today in Vegas. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Allegiant Stadium.
And the Trojans will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game 1, but you're going to get a lot of big...
Snags it inside the 20. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
A lot of times you can tell by the pass set, that tackle gets really, really quick. You can tell that ball's going to come out quick. Great job by the defensive end, seeing the ball come out quick, getting his hands in the air, and deflecting the football.
Gets it inside the 10, picks up a yard. They'll mark it at the 9. It's still third and goal. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Had nowhere to go with that one, had to just throw it away. A wise decision to keep the field goal in play. So they'll send out the field goal unit. A relatively short field goal try from 26 yards out. Never a doubt. And the kick is good, and guys, we have ourselves a tie ball game. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They'll run it from the gun. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Now they'll run it to the right here. He's knocked down in the backfield, he'll lose a couple. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks, it's Branch. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. And you just don't expect your junior quarterback to get fooled into throwing into double coverage like that. The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. To the air, it's Moss. Makes the grab over the middle. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6. Trying to pick up a first down. He'll just keep slinging it. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. And they'll get him down, but boy, did he put some dudes in the spin cycle. My goodness. The inside handoff. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Leaves it with the running back. Puts him in the spin cycle.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
There to make the stop, but he is a weapon out of the backfield in the short passing game, and they've got a first down. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
He'll keep it himself. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. And the Trojans trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now on 2nd and goal. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Touchdown, Trojans! And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half. There have been mini-series, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Kansas State looked like a serious force in what can only be described as a dominant win. This is a program that's won before, and they might just add some more hardware before this year is out.
Caught in the backfield, it's Lacey.
A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And you could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the 2nd half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game, and you just saw another one right there. This offensive line has had problems all night long.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Thomas. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Ball is at the 35, it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Right back to the well. At the 40, there he goes. And they'll move the chains with the first down, but that might be it for the third quarter. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. The give out of the gun. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. Feeling some heat. They get to him as he throws. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. The option look. And he didn't get the pitch off, and he paid the price. And this offense has gotten off to a good start on 3rd down, but this is a different deal on 3rd and long. Caught over the middle. It's Lacey. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good.
And look, obviously you would have loved to score a touchdown there, but you did the important thing. Kicked a field goal, you're now within 1 possession. Can your defense get you the football back, and can your offense drive the field and put it in the end zone? This is what you practice for. Let's see if they can go execute, fellas.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. And he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing...
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And I think if you're the head coach here, you've kind of got mixed reviews on your passing attack so far because, yes, you've thrown for a bunch of yards and you've thrown a couple touchdowns, but you've also given up 4 sacks now. Pass protection has not been great, even though they've got the lead in this game.
Oh, it is on the offensive line to shore up the protection after the sack on the last play. 3rd down. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Trojans line up to punt it away. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll bring it back. It's Branch. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Trying play action. Throws to the tight end. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Hauls it in. He's loose. He's at the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, USC. And with that latest touchdown, he's looking to etch his name alongside the Trojan Immortals at quarterback.
Yeah, and there's so many stars that have played quarterback at USC that when they get the ball and they do their damage, guess what? They win big-time trophies. And this guy, you have days like this, week in and week out, you will be recognized as the best player in college football.
And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
LSU, 27.
He'll bring it out. It's Durham. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. On the move at the 30. He's piled up 112 yards on the ground, and with that run, he eclipses the 100-yard mark in this season opener.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense this season.
Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Finds his tight end. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Daniels. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The aerial assault continues. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Tigers!
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
Now they'll try to get the 2 and make it a 3-point game late. Slams it ahead. And he's wrestled to the ground. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up in protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up a safety.
From the 20, it's 2nd and short. They just need a couple. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Keeps the legs moving. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. And the Trojans will punt it away on 4th down. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. They'll go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Getting late, pressure building, huge third down coming up on the road for this offense. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Looking to the big tight end. Complete in the middle. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32. He wants to throw, using the quick game. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Got his man quickly. LSU will get a first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. They'll run it on the counter. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Unleashes one. Touchdown LSU! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. We got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
Leading by 1, they'll go ahead and go for 2 and try to make it a field goal game. Trying to barge in. He'll be stopped short. Still a 1-point game here in the 4th. They'd hoped to push this edge out to a field goal, but they were denied. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Here's a throw downfield late. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Dropping back, it's Moss. This time it's complete. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. He wants a big play here late. Makes the grab at the 30. Oh, look out. There he goes. Touchdown, Southern Cal. And inside a minute to go, they've got the lead.
And they're able to score on a drive where they had to have it this late in the game, and they look to their playmaker on the outside to win that one-on-one matchup.
Big-time moments. Who do you trust as a quarterback? You can tell this was a big moment. He threw it to his big play wide receiver. He knew he would come down to it, and now the big play in the 4th quarter for the touchdown.
Now the 2-point conversion attempt is coming. Pushes for the goal line. He just couldn't squirt his way in for the 2, and it's still a 5-point game here in the 4th quarter. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He's got his man across the middle. Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining. They'll throw it on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. Timeout call by the offense, 24 seconds left on the clock. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. Got to get everybody to the line and spike it to stop the clock. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Bitterly disappointing start to the season as they can't come up with a W and open 0-1.
There's still so much room to improve for this football team. I know this is not the performance they were expecting here today, but there were plays to be made on the field. And David, I think moving forward, this team just got to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and when you see it on tape, and your coach has been preaching all camp about the mistakes, but now it's real. Now you got a loss attached to it, but a lot of conference play still ahead, a lot of opportunities to still have a successful season.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.